right, so the next up is Shai and Yehuda, and he's going to talk about low footprint UI.
Hello everybody, I'll be talking about low footprint UI. The elephant is actually your application, and the footprint is the screen which is getting smaller and smaller. And the first example we're going to see is a Google search box. So the elephant is the whole internet, and the footprint is just a tiny text box, but we all know how effective it is. And the next example with the conference badge we developed, again we have a text box from which you can actually browse for all the lectures in Drupal. Here you just click and you see the jQuery lectures. Then you can drill down to specific lectures. We'll go back to it and see how it was developed later on. Other examples are tabs. We all know how tabs are important in browsers. The elephant is the web page, and the footprint is just the tab itself. And of course, operating system have toolbars, and we all know that we cannot work without these toolbars. Other example are clips. Actually, if you just click dot, you see the method, you choose the method, and then you choose the parameter. This is the way we program. We just saw it. And if you do Control O, you see the methods. Control T, you see the classes, and this way you navigate. In this case, the elephant is your code and the library code, and the footprint is nothing, maybe the keyboard. So the next example will be Drupal itself. In Drupal it's a bit harder because it's based on the server, so in PHP it's harder to build interactive UI, but we have teasers, for example, that squeeze the nodes and then you can build the nodes again. Now I think that anybody of you can imagine examples of a lightweight UI, and most of them will be considered the better UI that we have seen. And now to the more important slide. Just a second. This is Chagai. This is my son. He's my youngest son. Actually, he's 4 years old. I have 5 of them. And Ariel, my eldest boy, is 14 and he's here with us. So now, let's go to the second part. We see how we develop low footprint UI. We develop it with JBart, which is a jQuery-based studio toolkit environment. We'll see how we develop this badge. So the first feature we'll see is the moving from one session to the other with this pop-up. How it was developed. So first we have to get to know the studio, JBart Studio, which is on the web. It's online. Okay, it has pages, fields, and features. This is how it looks like. In this case, the page is the session page, and the feature is a feature of a page, which says how to deal with item details. And here we say we have to open the item detail in a pop-up. We can open it by replacing all. We can open it in a dialog, and we can do it in. So the next feature we'll see is how do we do the fast find. How it happens that when we dial jQuery at the text box, it knows just to limit it to jQuery. So again, the page is the badge page. The field is the search box field. And the field has a feature that, you'll see it in a second, I'm too fast actually. The feature is the search page that actually binds it back to the session page. So the next feature we'll see is the expose filters. Here you can just say that you want to see the coder track. In the coder track you see that there are 10 intermediate and only 3 advanced that you see there. How we develop how we define this expose filter interactive behavior. This is more similar to Drupal. We define the expose filter feature in the page and say what feeds we want to be in the page. There's much more into it, but I don't have so much time just to get into it. Now, Drupal and JBart. There's a very good match because JBart runs in the client, Drupal in the server. You can integrate it in many ways. Okay? You can actually get all the data, even up to 10,000 items, get it all to the client and have a kind of BI in the client. So if you have a large catalog, you put it there. If you like it, what I'd like you to do is to go to this URL. It's the badge URL. just play with the badge. You can also download it. And in this page, you have links. So you can do the hello world with JBart in this page. Do it, and then try to develop your own widget and tweet it to us to DrupalCon. Thank you very much. It was really fun for me.